What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Shooky from Shook Earth Media, and today we are talking about the announcements at the Game Awards last night. Now, here, when it comes to award shows, I'll be honest, I don't care at all who wins. I don't care about awards. I think even the concept of a Game of the Year is a little ridiculous, or a Movie of the Year, or whatever, because these things are subjective. There's no way to really be objective about it. And I just don't really value these things that much. But what I do like to see are the new announcements, the new trailers, all the cool stuff we get a little sneak preview of at the Game Awards. Of course, there's a big advertising push at the Gaming Awards, and it's it's a good time. So I appreciate that aspect of it. But I'm not going to be debating who won what because I didn't even look into it. I don't care. But huge announcement for me. As an Alan Wake fan, I loved Alan Wake so much. One of my favorite games of, 10 years ago when it came out. Huge fan. Loved the atmosphere. Loved the action gameplay. The story experience. It was really good. Love the game. There's a remaster version out now. If you never played it before, highly recommend it. Couldn't recommend it enough. It's just one of my favorite story action games. And now we got a new trailer for Alan Wake 2. And this, of course, I was expecting this. With Alan Wake Remastered this year, I was expecting this. With Control, there's the next game from Remedy Games. They had a DLC that directly involved Alan Wake 2 in the story. So it's already a shared universe. And it makes perfect sense given the world of Control. We're not going to get too deep into that, but highly recommend that game as well. One of the most interesting, unique game worlds ever created. The oldest house, just one of the coolest concepts ever. I love it. The plotline of the game itself, I was a little bit mixed on, but the world building they did, oh man, and bringing Alan Wake into it, dude, oh, just so flawless. I love it. But now we got Alan Wake 2 trailer. Let's just watch it, and then we will get my reaction to it.
Peggy 18.
M rating, not a T rating this time. Look at these dead bodies over here.
With hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope, without ever finding the story.
I love the tone already. The graphics, it looks great. Bright
This
balls.
is not the story you want it to be. This story will eat you alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
Yes, dude! Oh, I could not contain myself when I first saw this. I love it. Sam Lake, in an interview, Sam Lake is the writer, creator of Alan Wake and most of Remedy games, and he's also the game director of many of their games, not all of them, but he's one of the higher-ups there, one of the head creatives, and he did an interview with Jeff Keighley right after this played, and he said, this is Remedy Games' first survival horror game ever, and I love that statement, separating it from the action-oriented thriller gameplay of the previous Alan Wake to now we're going full horror, we're going gritty, gory. I love all of that. It sounds great to me. I love this like close-up at the end. I want to say this is a live-action thing. Either that, this is probably CGI trailer, but this looks live-action to me. Either that or it's just like really great CGI. But it looks like the actor that they had play him before. And I love this jump scare here. I really hope we get a lot more of this. I can't wait. I'm ready. So ready. One thing I think is interesting is we got this. We start off in the woods, right? Which, again, there's dead bodies everywhere. So there's some kind of investigation going on. Curious about that. Alan looks like he's got the dark place in him still. I'm assuming that he's managed to escape and all of that, but he's still got that darkness, that monster within him. They say this isn't the story we want it to be. I wonder what that means. It seems to imply to me that he's gonna struggle with, the dark place not really making him the person that he wants to be. So I'm curious how they're going to try to, subvert our expectations and all that. But we go from this nighttime view to a daytime view, and I wonder if there's a two worlds thing going on. If we have a worlds colliding situation where the dark place has overtaken everything, and we're going to be going between these two worlds. Sam Lake said that they've been going back and forth about different concepts for this sequel all throughout the intermediate time. And I can't help but think that there's going to be some big ideas here. It's not just going to be the same thing we played before. There's going to be some new elements. So I really think that this duality that they're going for is going to play a big part in it. Since they so specifically lined up this shot to be similar, and he's in the same spot and the world around him changes. And then you got Alan here, and then you got the evil version of Alan. I wonder if it's Mr. Scratch or something. I don't know. And he's got the blood on his face. Maybe he's the one doing the killing here. There's a lot to really dissect here. You see not actual gameplay, of course. It's a CGI thing, which, we all expect that. But, yeah, I'm just really excited. And the fact that they call it a survival horror game, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Can't wait for this. I'm so excited. I already pre-ordered it. Not really, but I would if I could. Okay, so next we got, I love horror. Silent Hill, one of my favorite franchises of all time. In the background there, we got the Pyramid Head collectible. You guys saw my unboxing video for that. Love Silent Hill. So we got the game director of the first Silent Hill, which is not my favorite of the Silent Hills, but I do like it a lot. So we got the game director of this, and more importantly, we got the same musician who made the music for Silent Hill, which is really the heart and soul of the series. Love the music. I have the second soundtrack on CD over there. I should have it in the background here too, but we didn't. I don't have it out yet. But love the music. Excited to see what we got here. So let's just we're gonna go through this one a little faster. So it's an independent company from the game director of the first Silent Hill, and we got a CGI trailer here where this lady, I don't know if it's like a succubus type of situation or what it is, but it almost looks like Parasite, it's like she's turning into this monster, and it looks kind of like a necromorph except bonier. So I don't know, I'm getting Dead Space vibes, and it's gory, so I'm guessing this is more like an action game than a survival horror game, which is cool with me. And that weird blood magic thing turning it into a sword, I'm curious about that. Is this our player character, I'm guessing, slicing everything up? So it's going to be hard to say really what this game is going to be. It's called Slitterhead. I don't know about this title, but if that's where we're going with, cool. This is the guy, Akira Yamaoka. I forget if that's how you say his name or not, but I love, love, love his music. So very excited to hear any new music. Oh yeah, look at that. That's spooky as hell. That's like some Parasite stuff. So I like the looks of this. We know not a whole lot about it, so I'm just curious about it. It's one that's going to be on my radar, So for those who are fans of Akira Yamaoka and Silent Hill, this game called The Medium came out this year. Excellent game. Highly recommend it. It was on Game Pass. I'm not sure if it is anymore, but it was an excellent game. Really love it. It is essentially, to me, it's the Polish Silent Hill. It's custom made for Silent Hill fans. It doesn't have the survival horror aspect, but it has horror. It has an amazing art style, incredible music by Akira, and I just loved it. And it's a great story about intergenerational suffering, basically, and about the history of the Polish people, and it's a very emotionally affecting story. I really highly enjoyed it. Couldn't recommend it enough. Alright, so yeah, that's just a sidebar. Let's get back to the main event. For those who don't know, huge Halo fan, we're going to be doing Halo Infinite videos. I'm playing through the campaign right now. We're going to do a first impression video right after I record this. But we're going to be doing full review later. I'm going to take my time with it. I got other stuff going on, so I'm going to try it's an open world game, so there's a lot to get to. So I want to do everything so I can really address everything available in the game in the review. But Paramount Plus doing the Halo show. We've been hearing about it for years. It's finally coming out next year. Let's take a look at it.
You're special.
I will say, the effects absolutely stunning. We don't even usually talk about effects, but this is for TV. I don't know if that's Dr. Halsey or what. Yeah, there's a bunch of close-ups of random people. I don't know who these people are, you know?
But you...
I don't get the close-up thing. But these effect shots, dude, stunning! Talk about how John is the hope. I don't know if that's John or who that is. I mean, look at it! It's looks so good! I'm like really excited. Look at him! Master Chief. I really don't want them to show his face in this. I don't want him to take the mask off or anything. I mean, if they have him as a kid, that's one thing. But I really don't want to see his face in this. You know, I want him to stay that same, you know, this has so much power in it, you know? So I'm really curious to see how this is going to be adapted. Is this going to be like the Fall of Reach, except in TV show form? What time period is this going to take place? I'm sure there's more information out, but I haven't looked into it. I love this trailer. Okay, so moving on. Let's just move on. Next big reveal is the new Star Wars game. Star Wars Eclipse. I have it right here. Now, this is made by Quantic Dream, which I really enjoy Quantic Dream. They developed Detroit Becoming Human. They developed Heavy Rain. They developed Beyond Two Souls. So these are games that are cinematic in nature and are choice-based drama games. So I'm assuming that's what we're going to get in terms of gameplay. It would be out of character for them to make an action game. As far as I know, they've never made one. But this developer is definitely like I don't know if I would say acquired taste, but it's you either love them or you hate them. I love them. I think that they tell decent stories. There's always flaws in them, but overall I really appreciate what they're going for. They have this artistic sensibility and this knowledge of cinematography and stuff like that that a lot of games don't really have. So I'm excited to see what they do with the Star Wars license. Now, it takes place in the High Republic era, which I'm not enthused by. I haven't really cared for much of what... I don't really care for much of what Star Wars has been doing since Disney got it, to be honest. I haven't really been that big on any of it. I know a lot of people do. That's fine. I really hated The Last Jedi. But, you know, I'm always going in with an open mind. And they did Jedi Fallen Order recently. That was a great game. Not a great story, but it was a great game. So I do feel that there's just boundless potential in the Star Wars license for a game like this. I'm curious to see if it is going to be an action game, but you know, I'm definitely, it's on my radar. I like Quantic Dream. I like the stories they tell, and I'm curious to see what they do with the license. So that's pretty much it. We can move on. Next one. Now this is the Expanse. Now I don't know much about the Expanse at all. We're not gonna watch this full trailer. So I'm not into the universe. It's an Amazon show now. I think it was sci-fi before that, and it's a series of books. I haven't read the books or seen the show. I know a lot of people who are fans. I will probably check it out at some point. But what I am enthusiastic about is the fact that it is a Telltale series. Now, Telltale Games was one of my favorite developers. I really like them. They came back on the scene. Oh, it's Deck 9 as well. I actually just noticed that. Deck 9 made the new Life is Strange True Colors and also Life is Strange Before the Storm, both of which I enjoyed. So they are talented storytellers as well. But Telltale Games was one of my favorite developers that came onto the scene, bringing back adventure games, point-and-click adventure games, which I grew up on. I really enjoy. I have a reverence for them. They brought back Sam & Max, one of my favorite. I love their point-and-click adventure games, but then they kind of shifted gears with the Walking Dead game, which is excellent. And as a Walking Dead fan, it's one of the best aspects of the franchise overall. So I love Telltale Games' Walking Dead. It did make me I did kind of miss their point-click adventure games, their puzzle solving, stuff like that. But, you know, they kind of shifted gears hard to the Quantic Dream style of game. which ended up working out for them overall. So I'm not hating on it, but the company closed down rather abruptly in the middle of production of the final season of the Walking Dead games, and they closed down abruptly because they made some bad deals. There was poor decisions made in the higher ups. The games were always rushed. They had a lot of leadership issues. But as good as their work output was, there was a lot of constraints behind the scenes, and they had AMC and one other publisher, who I'm forgetting. I don't know if it was Netflix or somebody else, but they had two deals pretty much to keep the company afloat, and they both pulled out like last minute, and then the company shuts down like a week later. So that's how that happened. Now this Telltale Games is not the same studio. Everybody's saying, "Oh, Telltale Games is back." No, this is a complete new studio. Somebody bought it, and I'm glad that they bought it because they immediately put all their games back on the store, and I'm so glad that you can buy these games on Steam and that their licensing is being taken care of, because these are games that deserve to be preserved and deserve to stand the test of time. They're excellent games. I recommend you go play Sam & Max. I recommend you go play the Telltale Walking Dead games. So these games, well, Walking Dead games were released by Skybound, so those weren't part of that deal. But all the other Telltale games I'm a big fan of. They're developing Wolf Among Us Season 2, which I'm looking forward to. But again, it's not the same developers at all. It's a whole new team with the same artistic vision, and they want to tell stories. Hopefully that there's better leadership decisions. We will see. But I just want to stress that this is an unproven team. So don't expect this to be like the ones of old. Just go in with an open mind, and hopefully it works out great. Now, some of the... I don't know, they might have some original developers or not. Or they might, I don't know. But there's a new studio making Telltale Games style games. And we got a trailer for one. Star Trek Resurgence. Now, I haven't actually watched this yet, but this is creators of Telltale Games. Look at it. Now, I haven't been enthusiastic about Star Trek lately. Everything they've done with the license, the new movies, terrible. Star Trek Discovery, Season 1 was good, the rest, terrible. Picard was an absolute travesty. I can't believe it made it to air. Absolutely horrible show. But, I have an open mind. I'm a big Star Trek fan. As you guys know, I got the next-gen figure back there. Love it. Worf, best character. So, I'm a fan of this. We got some, like, shooting going on? Something, I don't know. It looks like we got some tech that we can use as a choice-based game. So I think this has a lot of potential. Hopefully it takes more cues from old Star Trek as opposed to new Star Trek. I don't like that you can disobey orders. That's not what Starfleet is about, okay? You follow orders, okay? We got Spock in here. So I'm excited about this. I'm a Trekkie, absolutely. So looking forward to that. It's on my radar. But again, will it actually be good? Who knows? Lastly, this one, I'm not as... I love Dune. This is a Dune game. Dune is back. There hasn't been a game made in the Dune series since 2001 from what I was reading. And I love the idea of a 4X strategy game, real-time strategy game set in the Dune universe. So, yeah, I think it could be cool. So, strategy games, I suck at. I'm terrible at strategy games. But I do enjoy them. I like Civilization and stuff. And it says it's a 4X, so I'm assuming it's going to be similar to that. 4X stands for, what, it's like exploration, exploitation, extermination, or expanding. I don't know. I forget the order, but that's what it stands for. So I'm curious to see how this goes. And it's definitely on my radar. So those are the main things for me. There's a big list of other games that were announced. I mean, we got a trailer for Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie. I don't care about that. Wonder Woman getting a game. I don't care about that. I mean, see, that's the thing, like, with these superhero games, they might be great. So, I'm not gonna say I wouldn't play it, but I'm gonna wait for reviews, and I'm not hyped about it, you know what I mean? Elden Ring, we already know about, so, Elden Ring, I am looking forward to. I haven't played any, Souls games yet, but this might be the one where I jump on. I don't know, we'll see. Among Us coming to VR is interesting to me. I love VR. I have a VR headset over there behind me, and I feel like it could be fun. I haven't actually played Among Us either. I do have it because it was free on Epic Game Store for a bit, so I do have it. But we have a full list. This is Digital Trends. I'll probably leave this in the description if you guys want to check out all the other announcements. Dying Light 2 had a trailer, which is Dying Light 2 I'm looking forward to. So I mean, it's a bunch of trailers, really. Not a whole lot of crazy announcements. Lord of the Rings Gollum got a new trailer, but no release date. PUBG Battlegrounds going free to play. That's big. That is big. Not so much into that, but a lot of people are. Texas Chainsaw Massacre getting a multiplayer game. That could be interesting. We had the, what was it? There's a horror game like that. We've had the Dead by Daylight. It seems like a lot of interest in multiplayer horror-oriented games, which, when I was growing up, I was like, I don't see how horror multiplayer games could work, but they've really found a groove with these Dead by Daylight-esque games, so I'm curious to see how that's going to go. But yeah, that's pretty much all the news that I cared about. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below if you're excited about these games too. Are you excited about Alan Wake 2? I'm excited about Alan Wake 2. I can't wait. I am beyond excited for Alan Wake 2. Highly recommend you play the first one remastered and Control as well. If you want the full story, get Control Ultimate Edition. You get a little insight into how the worlds are connected. So really, really exciting stuff, guys. I can't wait to find out more. So hope you guys are excited too. If you are, definitely hit that like button and hit that sub button if you want to see more videos like this. We cover gaming, we cover news, movies, TV. We cover lots of stuff, a lot of horror-oriented stuff, sci-fi. I like a lot of stuff, so I pretty much just cover whatever I'm interested in. Hopefully you guys can find some things that you like as well. And yeah, if you like this video, hit that like. I already said that, but thanks for watching, guys. Peace out. Have a good one.